All right. Now that we are no longer in the muddy dirt and underneath the house, um, I can give you guys a overview of what went down and what happened here. So, um, the first hole that I took the video in was right around in this area, and my exit was over here. The tunnel goes all the way through, and the um, the new line, we're reusing some of the existing. We're gonna have to add some connections, and it's gonna turn out and then go down here. The old line was right here, came through, and then went this way, roughly. You know, bear with me here. We're marking with crayons. Essentially, this is like a kindergartner marking with crayons here. So, anyways, the area right here, this was never really used, these two bathrooms or these two bedrooms. It's just a husband and wife that live here. They didn't have any real need to use this, and they, had guests that came over and stayed for the holidays. That was our first call. We sent the plumber, snake the drain, no callback. Again, that was in November. Then in December, we got another call when more family arrived for December, Christmas and January for New Year's. And so that time we were like, okay, there's something going on here. We need to run a camera down this. Took me a while to get a plumber with a camera, which my plumber had a camera. His was just off the shop. It's a whole long story. Let's not go there. But live and learn. So the issue was found. This was pretty much, had a little bit of slope right here at the beginning, and then it flattened out. And then we had a little bit of slope, and then it flattened out. And then from here, which, picks up the kitchen, the laundry, the two master bed, master toilet, master bath. So it all came out, and this was draining fine. So their typical use of all these areas was great. They didn't have any issues. But when guest arrives, this clogs up. And with plumbing, you can have too much slope, and you're going to get, all the liquid's going to run out, and the solids are going to remain. Or you have not enough slope, and everything just sits there. You need a gentle slope. That's the straightest line I can do with my mouse. Um, so that's what we're doing now. When I said, they've dropped it 2 inches, that was about right here. They're probably going to have to go another 2.5 inches to this point. And then from here to the street, it's probably going to be another 2.5 inches of drop. The problem with this house stemmed from the sewer line of the city. We only had about 4 feet of drop from the top of the slab, which is not a lot when you have 2 foot of conventional rebar slab uh, beams that you can see me crawling around in on the other video. And so doing this, the way we're doing it now, we're tunneling underneath, and they're dropping the slope, dropping the pipe, adding some connections to lower everything down, and it's gonna flow, but I'm still, you know, the um the boot and suspenders, uh, the belt and suspenders. Excuse me, I'm misquoting there. The belt and suspenders approach, like Matt would always say. Um, I'm gonna have a backflow preventer of sorts so that sewer water can come out with no issues. But if there's ever an issue, it cannot back up from the main sewer line. I don't want that to ever happen to anybody, to have, the next door neighbor's sewer line backing up into your house. And I've heard horrific stories from other builders, and, you know, uh, just that's horrible. And I don't want that to ever happen to one of mine. So, we'll still do that on this one. We had it in there, but again, that wasn't the problem. I thought it was. It's not. Um, and we're gonna get it fixed. Lesson learned. We used um, a plumber that I'd used many, many times before, but he he doesn't have insurance, and I just always kind of was like, yeah, no worries. Like, we'll just work it out if something ever happens. Well, something happened finally, and it's a big bill, and he can't help. So I'm left on the hook because I'm the builder, and I've got to take care of it. And we've got a customer that lives there, and this was a spec build. I mean, so they didn't uh, they didn't choose to have their sewer line messed up. So we're taking care of it. The house is, I don't know, 12, 13 months old, so it's barely a year old. Everything else is pretty good in there. We do have to redo the shower pans after this, just because of some backup issues, and there was some damage when we snaked one of the drains. Um, it's it's all covered. We're gonna take care of it. We're gonna make it right, and hopefully not have this problem again. Um, One thing that we've implemented, my project manager and I, is on future projects. Excuse me. We are going to check with our laser, all the vent pipes, and we're going to go down the bottom of them and check um, the bottom of the, either the Y or uh, the 90 or whatever, and we're going to get a measurement off of that. Um, if the lines are already covered. If they're still uncovered when we get there, we're going to check it with our laser, on the top of the pipe and make sure. But I still want to check it again after the concrete guys do the beams, to make sure that nothing moved, nothing shifted, nothing got ran over, and it'll just be one of those. It takes us 20 minutes to do it, but man, that's going to save us a lot of money, time, and headache in the future. And if you can learn anything from this, just learn that you make mistakes to get better. And sometimes they hurt, and it's a hard fix, and it's hard to swallow, but you got to do it, and you got to move forward, and you got to implement something so that it doesn't happen again. So learn from your mistakes so that you do not duplicate them. And we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not robots, and even robots are made by humans, so they're not perfect. So we get better with every build. Um, this wasn't one of our high performance ones. We hadn't even really started dabbling in learning about high performance, much less implementing any of the different methods of high performance building. And but high performance or not, this one would have had the same issue. The sewer line is the sewer line, and a lot of people, they just trust in the plumber, and unfortunately, we trusted that also the city's third party inspection was done, and something happened somewhere. Something happened, and you know, we're I'm not blaming anyone. Like, we just have to make it right, and that's it. So, hopefully, y'all learned something from this. And hopefully, I don't have to post any more videos of stuff like this. It would be so much better if it's just like, hey, this is a framing detail. This is this. This is that. But in the Steve Basic methodology, share the wins and share the losses, man. If you can prevent someone else from going through the same thing just by making a video or making a post, absolutely do it. Um, and you may come up with a better method. And if you do, hey, comment. post, text, whatever. Let me know. I am open. Like I am learning and I'm willing to share. Like I don't know if you know, but you know, I'm with BT Grace, but I also host the BS and Beer Houston. Um, it's, very grassroots. We are all volunteer, all of us, and we meet up with other builders and other trades, and we share ideas and talk about building science and talk about this and that. And we have a group that we can bounce ideas off of. And, hey, I did this and it worked out great, or hey, I did this and it didn't work so well. And this is one of the things that I share with them. So it's, you know, live and learn. And as a group, I think we can build better. And as an individual company, I know we can do better. And we are doing better. So, sorry, this was a long rambling rant to explain plumbing, but hey, uh, hopefully you stuck around and heard it, and hopefully you got something out of it. Go back and look at my fun crawl through video. That was interesting. I mean, other than the fact it sucks, it was kind of cool. But all right, guys. Y'all have a good rest of your day and talk soon.